to you.
Oh, almost lost it there. Yeah. Trouble nearby.
Oh man, nothing wrong with being passionate about your work. Figured we would never see this cargo, but here it is.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
If you don't mind me saying, be a shade, make sure to...
Order completed. Well done. Departing facility.
Sunset will be occurring shortly.
Remember to rest safely. Safety first.
Hello! Anybody out there? My name's Sam.
Everything we know is from the radio. Everything we dream is never what they see. Feeling rather strange, waiting for a change, fearing what's to come, acting kind of dumb. I'm indigo and violet and blue. I'm so in love with you. Everything you ever want is here. You're giving up another one too dear. Listen to the night, humming with delight. Feel euphoria.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Hola, you're Sam, right? I assume you're here to drop off that stuff. With those chiral density gauges in our possession, we'll be... So, let's get a look at those containers. It doesn't look too bad to me. You did well. I just have to say that you're an absolutely incredible porter. Looks like our chiral density gauges are... So, let's see what that Cupid...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
It's high time we got on the chiral network. Our BT research should go... We just shared some data with you that'll let you fabricate blood grenades. A kind of anti-BT weapon. I think you'll find the chiral density gauges you brought us have been safely integrated. We can resume all distribution center oper... A lot of lives are gonna be... It's one of the fruits of our joint effort with the... Up until now, our primary weapons against these entities, and so, production is wholly reliant upon regular donations for securing a stable supply. So you'd know all about that, given your experiences with the... But this weapon utilizes synthetic blood with all the same... derived from samples taken from doom sufferers. And despite its artificial nature, it's actually proven to be... So you can think of our new weapon as a more full-blooded version of the hematic. In any case, we won't need to ask you for your... If you want to test it out, We have some train. Feel free to access the. This whole area is a chiralium-rich environment, so we've been coordinating with the research, all to help develop BT. One of the largest void outs ever recorded happened down south, don't forget, giving rise to a so massive that it completely cut. We can't afford to let that kind of trap. But between the cargo you've delivered to us and our new connection, we're gonna make it through. So, you probably think timefall shelters are only good for getting out of the rain, right? Wrong. Our timefall shelters are different. After extensive research and development, we were able to outfit. So if you've got one on your tail and it's about to grab you, these shelters are. Only downside is that the repellent has a limited supply, so make sure. It has other perks too. The shelter can purify timefall and convert it into drinkable water, allowing. We've posted an aid request so you can fabricate a shelter to see how it works. Researchers at other facilities are all. As you expand chiral network coverage, we'll be. And I'm sure we will all. So keep on doing what you. By the way, you have to pass through some dangerous territory then. We'll do a quick survey of the chiral density, so you might. Let's not forget that you just tackled one of our toughest orders on. Tell you what, we got a nice private room. We'll get started on prepping the.
Fine. You guys?
The facility's intact, but the research lab might have taken a hit. The local chiralium levels appear to be rising. Better hurry over there, Sam. Head to the delivery terminal upstairs and check their order.
Sam, we've got a situation. The delivery for the research lab. This may be due to the gatequake just now, but we've identified a new beat. However, we have no. I know you've got dooms, but without a pod, you're gonna struggle to determine.
Don't worry. If I can get close enough, I should be able to see him. Seems like my dooms level or whatever went up. Steer me in the right direction. I can take care of their.
Oh, yeah? By the way, we've finished a preliminary assessment of the BT's detect, and we've prepared some weapons that should be. You're a pro. We've issued you a number of. They use an active agent based on compounds derived from. You can practice using them. If you'd like to try them out, just act. Your other weapons won't do any damage to BTs. Shoot them all you like. Make sure you're well prepared. According to our initial survey, you can expect to encounter gazers in the. If you make contact with a gazer, then another type of BT, a hunter will emerge from the. If they succeed in this, you'll come face to face with. Now, you don't want to ever let a catcher consume you. It'll trigger a void out. And when the dust settles, there'll only be a. So make sure to escape the cat. I'll brief. The new BT area we've identified is located in these ruins. If we don't do anything about it, eventually someone's gonna trigger a void out. So to prevent that, we need to neutralize all the BTs in this area. There's no shortage of collapsed buildings and hiding spots there, and the timefall isn't letting up anytime soon either. Since you'll also have cargo for the research lab with you, take care not to let it get damaged by the timefall or in any fights with BTs. An aid request for a timefall shelter was registered in that vicinity. If you build one near that spot, You can use it to escape any BTs that may be pursuing you. And if you stash your backpack in a timefall shelter, you can rest easy knowing your cargo's safe from the rain and devote your full attention to dealing with any threats. So if you got room to carry a little extra, consider requisitioning a PCC and taking it along with you. You're the only one we can count.
Order accepted.
Earthquake detected. Intensity. G-scale. 6.
My name's Sam.
destination. Delivery route finalized. research lab.
Sam, your cargo is beyond repair. You can't complete the order.
Ambient chiral density has fallen to within normal range. BT threat neutralized. Please deliver your cargo to the research lab.
Oh. Almost toppled over. Nice.
I will be coming tonight.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Everything's done for a while, and I will be silent in the fire in the night. We will be dancing
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
Long time no see, Sam. Though, having said that, I realize you probably don't recognize me like this. Anyway, why don't you let me take a look at your orders? Not your best work, perhaps, but plenty good enough. Much obliged. We never doubted you'd show. Reliable as ever. A man you can count on. We're ready for you to link us up with your Cupid. Once you do, you'll have fulfilled your objective of bringing the entire... Sam? Don't suppose you remember who I am? The name's Alex. I used to work at the weather station back in the UCA. I was a Bridges employee, reporting directly to Deadman. So, when I was offered the opportunity to collaborate with him here, studying the deaths, and now you're here too. Shortly before your arrival, chiral density levels started. This kind of spike is indicative of an imminent giant beat. I've shared with you some MP bullets that should be very effective against beat. Because if a giant BT is on the way... Well, the delivery you were kind enough to bring us contained a shipment of MP bullets. This ammunition will turn your average assault rifle. You can also fabricate blood grenades if you wanted. Before you head back out, review your options and requisition any weapons you think. We've set aside a ton of extra material. Chiral density levels in this we've been seeing a lot of gatequakes and seismic activity. It's almost certainly related to recent shifts in the tar curve. Our analysis of these anomalies has led us to believe that the arrival of a giant, what the data doesn't tell us, is exactly where it might appear. Our chiral now that you've connected us to the network, though, we seriously owe you. It's hard to know when this giant... So for now, you should rest up, and that's both mine and Dead. We'll keep you posted.
It's been too long, Sam. You were a good friend to me. One I could never forget. Which is why I took steps to ensure that this message would only play upon your arrival. The sensors were set to scan for your biometric data. A simple enough trick. Now, this was originally a geophysics laboratory established for the study of earthquakes. And for that reason, it holds a wealth of documentation on gatequakes, tar currents, and placates. As well, I discovered, as research data on the other side. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I learned after I came to this place. Imagine that this is the lab. Though it's relatively close to the northern tip of South America, the continent is entirely cut off from us by a tar belt. And so we have no idea what's going on down there. Nor do we know the state of any continent other than our own. The researchers here were trying to establish contact with the rest of the world. They were well equipped to do so, as the facility had once been used to launch research satellites. So they tried launching a variety of probes and drones in the hope of obtaining observational data, with no success. The Earth, you see, is shrouded in a thick layer of chiralium that renders electronics inoperable at altitude. So they tried sending ships across the ocean. Oh, yes. Oh, but that failed too. The high concentration of chiralium in open water proved too corrosive, invariably causing them to sink. But then the researchers found some rather rare birds on their doorsteps. Birds not native to the region. Nice birdie, nice birdie. And that, my friend, was just the beginning. Not far from the lab, they discovered a strange anomaly. Well, the surrounding area was heavily contaminated with chiralium. Yes. This is beautiful. The researchers would later dub the anomaly a plate gate. But further investigation revealed that it came into existence when you began to expand the chiral network across North America, and that the gate grew larger in tandem with the network itself. What started as a tiny fissure in space became so much more. The researchers duly installed cameras to study the gate and its surrounding area. Now, to their surprise, they caught footage of some unusual marsupials. Yes, a kind you wouldn't expect to normally encounter in Central America, like the birds. But to confirm their suspicions, they sent an autonomous robot through the gate. The soil samples it collected were consistent with the archived geological data from the southern hemisphere. Not long after, several men and women came through the gate. They spoke English, and they confirmed that they had indeed come from faraway Australia. We finally knew the world outside North and Central America had survived. Ours was not the last bastion of humanity, but Australia had suffered the death stranding too. Undeterred, the researchers began working closely with Bridges and conducted a series of tests, paving the way for an expedition to Australia that would lay the groundwork for chiral network expansion. After they had first installed surveillance equipment, that is, so that the gate could be monitored from the Mexican side, a necessity to this day as Australia is not yet connected to the chiral network. The UCA may not have dreams of conquest and control, but they aren't about to let just anyone use the gate. Indeed, that's one of the reasons they were so determined to connect Australia to the network in the first place. Well, I suppose that's all I have to say about the plate gate. There's something else that I need to tell you, though. Something far more important. Mind if I pause it here? I have to go take a shower.
Gatequake detected. Sam, a gigantic BT just showed up outside. We're prepping weapons for you now. Access the terminal up top and take whatever you need. We're counting on you.